Hello everyone, Korvoth here, and Lothrin's right here too. Say hello, Lothrin.
Hello, just settling in. Do you have anything you want to lead in on, Korvoth?
Yeah, of course I do. What's going on with this week's arc,
What do you mean by that?
Well, what does it mean, the arc? What's the purpose of it? Why does the last story have the name it does when it isn't connected to the contents at all? Who are the Ball? Why did they go to war with the Vryn? Are the Vryn all gone? Really gone? Really gone? Why did Arakash save Bilibin, then just change him? What's going on with Bilibin's DNA having experimental strains in it? What about, how did Bilibin get to this place he's at now from the Kaseri Cauldron? The questions keep flowing on and on the more I think about them. Please just answer one. All of them? Come on, answer the questions, Lothrin. You're so bad with this.
Halt! I will not answer the questions that will have clear and present evidence presented in the next few stories, or even later on for that matter. First, the story and names are always directly connected. All of them. In this arc, the most impactful names are Vutra Null and the Sanctum of Arakash. Vutra Null being a Vu term that roughly translates to venture inward, or more accurately, seek inward till nothing, a concept such as observing internal needs and desires to improve upon the external self for all time, one of the Vu foundations of living a fulfilled and productive life, Vutra Null, a process itself which is the absolute cornerstone of Bilibin's entire tortured existence. Next, there is the Sanctum, which is sort of a misnomer, as it's a semi-accurate translation from the Vu word Oralek. But for a Vu, it would mean more the pleasant and quiet support of family, or just those that behave like family. Thus, the Sanctum in human, a place of reflection, harmony, and worship, is close, but not completely in line with Vu understanding and perceptions of reality. So, from a Vu or Jakul perspective, the Jackals being very similar to the Vu and their direct descendants of such creatures, crafted and designed specifically to inherit Vu living spaces and problems, the Sanctum of Arakash is Bilibin. This is why Arakash constantly seeks to help, teach, provide for, care for, and support Bilibin. They are family, Bilibin being the only family Arakash has in all the universe. And to Bilibin, Arakash fills a role that he himself once maintained at great pain and cost to his own mental and emotional state. As such, he reaches out to assist this being in pain, to help both him, Arakash, as well as reaching across space and time to Bilibin's own younger self and helping that young man in the same act.
Oh, well, that explains a lot more than I thought it would. A lot better than I thought that you might. What about the other questions? What about those? Will you answer those questions, Lothrin?
Who the Vol are will be explained in the story. Where the Vryn are as well in time, so there's no real need to go into that. Let's see, what else was there? Bilibin's DNA? No, too obvious, and we'll get to that in a moment. How is Kaseri connected to Vol space? No, that one won't be answered, but it's too sensitive to go near either way. But let's see, was there something else?
Why would Arakash save Bilibin just to change him? He looks very different now. He's got 3 sets of arms. That's not right.
Ah, yes. An unlearned figure such as yourself would think that. I can't go into too much detail here, but I can answer the question while skirting the dangerous topics. Maybe. Okay. Evidence time, young Korvoth. Evidence time.
Evidence time? I love evidence time. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna do this right.
Exactly as you should. So pay attention. Who changed Bilibin? Remember, present evidence.
There's always a trick to this sort of stuff. I think one thing and then rush ahead and I'm wrong, and then you explain stuff to me and it all makes sense. But I gotta do it right this time. I gotta prove myself.
Precisely.
Shush you, Lothrin. You shush, okay? Okay, alright. I got this. I'll do it. You don't gotta barge in, okay? Arakash asks Villivan to do things. He isn't very clear, but he is insistent. But that doesn't mean Arakash intends to change Villivan. On the other hand, Villivan often comes to a wall of his own abilities in situations where he's serving either Arakash's needs or the desperate needs of the others around him. Okay, so Villivan is the one changing himself, like when he calls forth the explosion, and when he makes the fire chase him to get to where he must so much faster. And then he makes the arms to pull his wrecked body to the river, and when that doesn't work, he makes another set of arms and drives his body like it's a spaceship. But he's doing it at Arakash's request. Likely Arakash knows changes will occur, but he's leaving it up to Villivan how he will alter himself. I think that's it. I think I got it, Lothrin. You're not gonna correct me, are you?
Oh, I'm going to correct you. I'm going to correct you where you're wrong. But in the interest of time, you are kind of right. You go a bit sideways with the Arakash thing. There's no evidence to suggest Arakash is aware that Villivan will push himself and the energy exchange till his body or activated existence from Arakash's point of view is transformed, just that Arakash requires Villivan to perform certain tasks.
Oh, so I'm wrong again? All the time?
No, you're not wrong all the time, and you certainly weren't wrong this time. Just, you tried to present evidence you didn't really have. It's not a big deal.
So, if Villivan was the one changing himself, why does he make himself so odd? It's a good question.
One cannot alter themselves with the flame of Arakash in a way that you do not innately feel at the very core of yourself to be the utmost truth. So Villivan wasn't making himself odd, he was making himself right. Which does bring us around and very near to the question of Villivan's experimental strains of DNA.
Which you're not gonna talk about because you're awful and the worst. Lothrin. This is what I don't like about you.
You are correct. I am the worst.
Okay, fine, whatever. I'm gonna go work on the split beak vidya. I got a bunch of stuff wrong, and then I gotta go back and make sure it's correct if I ever want to get that vidya done this year. Are you ever gonna be done with the re-upload of 45 and 44? What's going on with that?
If you wouldn't hog the computer all day and night, I might be able to make some progress on it. Just kidding. Just kidding. The audio is being screwy, even though I fixed it, and I will get it done. For now, I think we're both finished here. You've had enough, right? Okay. Good night, and good luck, everyone. Stay safe out there.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you again next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye.